So, good evening. Good evening. Hopefully, you're all having a wonderful, wonderful Wednesday evening. We're going to go through an Arteta press conference. As you can see, he joined me. Bosh, bosh. Before we get into that, yet another stream and another RIP, man. This time it's Maradona. Maradona. Sad, bruv. Absolutely tragic. And do you know what's mad is I'm actually old enough to have grown up in an era to witness Maradona, man. Not that I ever seen him live, but I wasn't old enough to see his whole career, obviously. I'm not old enough to have seen his whole career, but I did see the back end of his career. What a footballer, man. And yeah, tragic news, man. Proper sad. But he's had a good life. He's had a good life, bless him. And hopefully he's now going to bless heaven with his antics. What a player. What a human being. And sad times, man. Sad times. So we move on. We have got a game tomorrow. We have got a big game tomorrow because we can top the group if we win. I think we top the group if we draw, actually. But I'm expecting a win. I'll come into that in the preview. Thank you, DVS, for that. Big up everyone in the chat as well. Loads of you in the chat. Loads of you. I see you all. But yeah, man, we have got a big game tomorrow. And like I said, I think if we draw, we top the group. I'm expecting a win. Arteta has done the press conference, hence why I'm here. And he spoke about Pepe. He actually spoke about quite a few things. I'm going to fucking load the website up properly. He was joined by Cedric Suarez. Make of that what you will. Where is Hecky B? Did Hecky B not fancy it? But yeah, he did. Big up wifey. He did his press conference. I'm going to go through some of the transcript. I'm not going to go through all of it. A lot of it was just waffle. We know what he's like. We know what his journalists are like as well. We'll start off with Cedric Suarez actually before we go into the Arteta part of it. Make sure you hammer the likes up. Oh, you crack me up, you joker. You absolute joker. Our manager recently praised the Portuguese international for his form. Yes, in the whole one game he's played. But the man himself says he is just a product of feeling fit, healthy, and ready to fight for his place. I'm proud to play, so of course we want to be part of it in the I'll start again. In every game. Cedric said, he then went on to say, this is what I am training for, and this is what I'm trying to do to have a chance. I feel good at the moment, and I'm very confident. So when I have the opportunity, I need to make the best out of it, every opportunity I get. And this is how I think in my brain, in my head. When I came here to Arsenal, I had a few injuries, and I didn't play straight away. But then since then, I've been given 100% in every training session, every game I've played. You know better than me by watching the game. Yes, look at the confidence levels. Yes, you can see how well I've played, can't you? Because you see me play. Wow. Okay, go on, Cedric. We're liking this. The confidence. When I have the opportunities, one thing's for sure, I would always give 100. What has changed, I don't know. I grew up like this. I've had to fight for everything I get. It is normal that I do my best in every training session. I'm ready for the coach. If he wants to use me, I'm here. I'm ready for the team to support my teammates as well. The most important thing is we achieve good things this season. Well, maybe you'll get a game then, mate. Hopefully you'll get a game, and hopefully you play well. So then we can see you play against Wolves at the weekend, which would be rather nice, because we don't want to see that little right back, do we really? Let's be honest. He was then asked about the artificial pitch that we're going to play on. And he said, this type of pitch is not something we see every day anymore, but no excuses, he said. We come here to play, and we have had time to adapt in the training sessions, and that's it. We are players. No way. Are you a player? I bet his missus don't know about that. And we need to adapt quickly, to adapt to the pitch, to the ball, to the weather. There's no excuses. Well, he's just given them a million excuses. We're here to play and to compete and get the 3 points. We played against Mulder a few weeks ago. We know what a tough game it is, and what we're expecting is exactly the same here. We have good players. They have good players, quick, and they're also very strong. They have a strong striker. and they're always looking for spaces in behind us and to spring quick counter attacks as well. So it'll be a tough game. Well, it is going to be a tough game. I don't know what the weather is like in Norway right now, but I'm imagining it is absolutely freezing. Just to let you know as well, it's not all sunshine and sparkles over in Spain. It is absolutely lashing down with rain, thunder and lightning. And I went to take the bins down because you don't have a bin cupboard here. You don't have a wheelie bin or anything like that. So you have to walk the bins to the communal bins down the end of the road. It's about a 2-minute walk. And yeah, knobhead here decided to go. And as he went, soaking wet. So yeah, it weren't great. I had to come back and towel my hair off and gel it all up again. I had to change my hoodie. That one's soaking wet. I was like a drowned rat. Excuse the pun. Drowned rat settings. But yeah, it's I don't know what the weather is like in Norway. If there is any Norwegians in the chat, I'm sure you'll tell me. I could imagine it is absolutely icicles. But there we go. Let's move on to Arteta and see what he says. He spoke about Pepe, Saka, etc., etc. We'll start off with the top part. He said what he expects from the game. He said it'd be a tough game. It's a different competition, and we're really excited about it against a team who we know are good and tough. They make it difficult. They made it difficult for us in the first leg, and tomorrow it's on an artificial pitch, so it becomes different. We need to get used to it. And today we had a good practice day. He was asked about the fans. He said we're getting used to it. We have some news now in England with the Premier League that fans are going to be allowed in the stadiums, which is great news. Everybody's been waiting for them. So let's see how the clubs cope with the final detail to provide a safe environment for them and the best possible conditions for everyone's safety so they can help support us. And if anybody doesn't know about that, it depends on what tier level you were in England, what city is on what tier. And then if it's, I think it's tier 1. If London goes into tier 1, I don't know when that's going to be. I think it's Friday they announce all of this. But when it gets put into the tier levels, if it is tier 1, 4,000 fans can go to the ground, which would be kind of cool. I don't know how they're going to work it, but there you go. He was then asked what he expects from Mulder. He said they're really organised, very dominant in the league. Obviously, they are used to winning football matches. I expect them to have a real go tomorrow. They were aggressive when they played against us in certain phases of our play, and they were organised and good on the counter-attack and set pieces. They are good on set pieces and the counter-attack. He is absolutely right. And maybe he's done his homework. We want to be there, win the game, and we know that it will give us qualification, which is, let's be real, it's the most important thing. It'd be lovely to see us go out there and absolutely hammer them. It's about time we put in a proper attacking performance since he's been manager, which is a year on the 20th of December. So what, 3 weeks away? About 3 weeks away? Can we actually name any games we've enjoyed? Like, in forget the results, actual performances. Probably only Newcastle, maybe semi-final, final. Other than that, it's a struggle. The performance at Old Trafford weren't great. It was a good defensive performance, but actual free-flowing football, the result was fantastic. But in terms of playing, our style's been crap, and it is boring, man. So I'm hoping that he does actually change that tomorrow. And then obviously we've got Wolves at the weekend. They can barely score any goals. We can barely score any goals. It's got 0-0 written all over it. But we'll come to that as and when. He was then asked on whether this is the perfect time for Pepe to get straight back in the team. He said, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. We all had disappointing reactions in our playing careers. And obviously we were frustrated because when you play against a team like Leeds for a long time with 10 men, it makes a huge difference. Even more with the way they play. He had a really good reaction, the way he's apologised, the way he understood his responsibility, and hopefully tomorrow we can see the player that we want to see and have a good reaction for him to help his team. He was then asked about his future. He said, no, it's absolutely not the end of his Arsenal career after the red card. Yes, we don't want him gone. It's not about that, and I don't like that type of statement. I will give Nico my full support. He knows where he has to improve, and we all know his qualities. He has some responsibility. I have a lot of responsibility, which is to get the best out of him and get the best position for him. Okay. And get him in the best areas on the pitch where he can do the most with the ball. Cannot fault his effort at all. The way he strives for the team, the way he's working, it's been the best since he's been at the club. Excuse me. But there have been some aspects he can do better because he has the ability. That's where I'm going to put the pressure on him to deliver when he can do it. To say it's a threat for him to finish his Arsenal career, it's not like that at all. Well, that's some good news, I suppose, isn't it? Because I actually really rate Pepe. I know some of you guys do as well. I know a lot of you don't, but I know some of you guys like him as well. Big up my guy. Look at this. This is why we like the internet. This is why we like the internet. Mulder of 2013 will give him the current Arsenal squad a good run for their money. What's the weather like there, bruv? What's it saying there in this time of year? Is it cold? Is it freezing? What's it saying? Thank you for that, mate. Let's continue on. He was asked about getting the best out of Pepe. He said it's a joint responsibility to get the best out of Pepe as a player. The club made a huge investment in him, and people expect a lot from him because he has the quality. I said many times with the strikers and attacking players, it's the most difficult thing to be consistent when you have to create. Well, maybe start playing him every week. Not that you can now. And we might actually see a bit more level of consistency out of him. This is why he's here, and he needs to embrace the challenge and go for it. He then went on to say we have to provide the best possible and ideal scenarios for him to be able to do that. He was then asked whether he apologized to his teammates. He said absolutely right. He did that. He did it personally and he did it publicly. That's done. Let's move on. We all make mistakes and we all make decisions when we're in the middle of the heat of the moment. It's about the reaction, and we learn from it individually as a team, and we're moving on. We need to focus on the game. He was then asked this is a good question. How are we going to get out of the bad form? Maybe start playing some of the other players. That might be a better option. And his answer was, if you see the results that have happened in the Premier League and why teams win or lose games, the margins are minimal. Teams are winning with 1 shot on target or with 2 shots on target. We want to improve that, and of course we do. But as well, there is many aspects that I'm really happy with, really enthusiastic and optimistic about. When I see the young talents we've got here and the future we can produce for them. Let me just stop, right? Because I'm going to carry on with the rest of that paragraph in a minute. Can somebody name one player who's took out the youth team and put in the starting 11 yet? Oh yeah, he hasn't. He ain't taken any. 0. And he keeps banging on about this youth thing. He did this the other day when he was doing, I think it was with Alex Scott on beIN Sport. He was waffling on about the youth setup, youth this, youth that, youth this, youth that. He hasn't taken a single player out the youth setup and put him in the starting 11 yet. Apart from the ones that we already had, like the Willocks, the Smith Rowes and all of them ones, Sakas and that. Where's the rest of them? We got some good youngsters at this football club, man. Maybe give them a go. Anyway, let's move on. We know that they're all going to go through difficult periods because you don't change the issues that have been going on for years in a small amount of time. That old chestnut. It's about the context and how we are working. It makes it harder, but we know that we are the Arsenal. Well, we are Arsenal. We should have put the Arsenal. And our aim is to be the best all the time. He was then asked about Christian Eriksen. He said there are a lot of players out there that could improve any team. Obviously, we're not going to discuss individuals. He was asked about international breaks causing issues. I'm going to skirt past that. George Lewis, the forgotten man. He's a player with huge potential. Norway are developing a lot of those in recent years. And it's in fact that you are doing a lot of things the right way in the academy. Probably the government with developing the programs over the years. Now you can see the results. And I'm pleased to see that because that means these leagues are getting more and more competitive. He was asked about Sam de Berg. We linked to him as well. Do batter the likes up. 500 people watching live right now. That would be super fan-dabby-dozy if you could whack the likes up. We're on 142. It's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace. So make sure you whack them likes up. Let's get them up to 250 real quick. He said that's... he was talking about Albert. I think Albert. I don't know who Albert is. Is Albert one of our coaches, scouts or something like that? I don't know. He said that's probably why they're links, because Albert knows him really well. Who's Albert? He's a player. I don't know who Albert is, bruv. He's a player he's liked, but we haven't shown any interest in the player. He's a Sheffield United player. he contradicted himself from the one before, didn't he? Like where he said that we're not going to speak about, like when he spoke about Eric, we're not going to speak about individuals. Then he spoke about Sander Berg. Okay. Fans possibly returning next week. He said it would depend in terms of the infections, but it looks like we're going to be able to host some of our fans at the stadium, which is fantastic news. And we've been working really hard as a club. The club are a really good project. Project, yeah, we are a fucking project, mate. We have been for 14, 15 years. And it's ready to try and accommodate everybody in a safe way. There's still some details not confirmed yet. Next week a challenge, but next week will be a challenge, but the club is trying its best. Myself, the players and the staff are all desperate to have them back watching games. I bet you wouldn't be if they were there on the 3-0 defeat, Mr. Arteta. He was then asked about the schedule. We've got a mad amount of games. We've got 9 games in December. It's crazy. He said, absolutely, we can give a few hours at least. It will make a huge difference in the schedule. When you're playing twice a week, twice away around Europe, it obviously makes the recovery time incredibly difficult. So yeah, if they take that on board, then I think it's beneficial to all parties, because at the end of the day, it's an entertainment business. Yes, entertainment. You're not entertaining us at the moment. So fix up, look sharp, and we have to provide the best possible outcome. Let's go again. What's he saying now? On if we've become too reliant on goals from Aubameyang. He said, when you have a player like him, you have to rely on him. Wow. Okay. Well, that sums it all up. It's not something that's happened this year. It's something that's happened in previous seasons. But we have relied on him too much in recent years to score all the goals. But we need other people to step up and take their responsibility. We need goals from midfield. He must have been watching the streams. He must have been watching the streams. To score set pieces and contribute. Maybe get Tierney on set pieces then, mate. All the players go through these periods. I know Aubameyang will be back scoring very soon. He was asked about Jack Wilshere, whether he could return. Jesus Christ, are we going down this route again? Like, come on, we don't need him back. Like, just leave it. It's done. That ship sailed. But his answer was, we haven't analysed that situation. What I can tell you about Jack is what I've said in the past. As a player and a teammate, as a person, I rate him really, really highly. Unfortunately, at the moment, we haven't looked at that. We're focused on the players we've got. On if he might be invited to train with the squad, he said, again, no request on that. We haven't been approached. I haven't been approached. It's just a question that you are throwing at me. I can't tell you much more. He was asked if he wants Florian Balogun to sign a new deal. I'm not even going to bother answering that. It's not like he's going to say, no, he's shit, let's bomb him out. He's not shit, by the way, but I'm just saying. What changed to prompt the club to try and keep him? I'm not going to bother reading that either. It's just a waste of time. Bukayo Saka, here we go. It's very doubtful that he'll be back for the weekend. Okay, well, I see fucking somebody put a report out saying he was back for the weekend. Okay, well, we've got it from the horse's mouth. We have a few players in contention. He's been in a lot of pain for the last few days, so I cannot say today that he's going to be fit. We'll have to assess what happens the day before the game against Wolves. But we have other players fit, and whether he's fit or not, we'll try and find the right solutions. Not being able to use the extra subs, load of rubbish. They asked him that last week. How that, again, another shit question, how that influences his decision for selection. I mean, mate, you picked 6 goalkeepers in the squad. Like, come on. Whether Pepe felt under pressure as he was in and out of the team, probably a waste of time reading that. How beneficial would it be to secure qualification tomorrow? Who asks some of these questions? I mean, what a shit question. On how beneficial it'd be. Well, it's not going to be beneficial at all, mate. Like, yeah, we're just top the group. Like, what a shit question. Come on, get me in a presser. Get me in the press conferences. That concludes the press conference. Let's continue through some of your comments. Hammer the like button. Let's read some of your comments. What do you think of the Sander Berg link? I'd take him. He's a good player, man. He's a very good player. We need midfielders. We need good midfielders. So, yeah, I'd take him. Why not? Gamer Zone, I would say be excited. Be excited. Be excited. I'm actually excited for the game. We might actually see some players run around and give a bit bit of oomph and passion and play for the badge rather than just mincing around because they've made it. So yeah, big up Pete again. Top stream last night. Agree, it's pants today. You are so the best when I see you chatting to other supporters from other channels. You make so much sense. Thank you very much. Lovely words. If you haven't checked the stream out, and big up Gav, who came on. He's from LFC Day Trippers. Go and subscribe to them if you haven't. Go and check the stream out. Listen, it was a marathon. It went on for 2 hours last night. And I got off of that at 1 o'clock in the morning. It was a madness. But yeah, he spoke really well, man. The feedback on that's been mad. So thank you very much. Yes, there is a lot of nostalgia merchants in our fan base, unfortunately, mate, which is why they kept Wenger in a job for 10 years too long. But there you go. What can you do? What can you say? And people sit there go, oh, you always moaning. You're always moaning. Yes, that's because I'm a perfectionist, my friend. I demand success. I demand our team to be the best team on the planet because that's why we smashed down a beautiful stadium with history, tradition, class. And by the way, we were competing with the best teams in the world. We were one of the best teams in the world when we decided to knock it down. So there you go. Anyway, less of that. Let's move on. Man's not happy. He's going 2-1 Mulder. Definitely a Liverpool fan. We just take Fabian Ruiz. Yes, good player, man. Good player. Very good player. I fully missed the super chat as well, I think. I'm going to come back to that real quick. Do keep pumping the like button up. I would very much appreciate it. And there is 600 people watching nearly. So let's get them up. Let's get them up. I will be back later as well doing a preview. I've totally forgotten to put the polls out. I've had a mad afternoon, man. Good evening to... This name's one of the best names on it. Yeah, it is literally one of the best names on the internet. Chig's long-lost Greek-Norwegian brother. Good evening to you, though, buddy. Hope you're well. And thank you for your super chat, mate. Appreciate it. Keep the content coming. There will, yeah, there'll be no collabs tonight, unfortunately. But we are starting a little trend. I see a lot of other Arsenal YouTubers are starting to go down that route. So, yeah, man, we are the Joe Rogan of Arsenal podcasts. Somebody is sitting and go, oh, he fucking thinks he's Joe Rogan. People are so serious in life, aren't they? It's like, you don't need to be so serious, mate. Like, have a laugh. Life's too short, man. We've seen that today with Heavy D passing away. We've seen that today with Maradona passing away. When your time's up, your time's up. So make the most of life. Fuck what everyone else thinks. Say what you want to say. And live life, man. Do what makes you happy. If it makes you happy sitting on YouTube crying about Arteta, then cool, carry on. If it makes you happy sitting on the internet pretending you're a nice person just so you can fit in, cool, carry on. If it makes you happy that you want to go and knock one out to Pornhub every night, cool, carry on. If you don't want to knock one out to Pornhub and you just want to sit and watch my streams, carry on. Don't let anyone tell you what to do, man. It's your life. You can change your life. You hold the key to the future. So fuck what everyone says, man. Do what you got to do. I'm very good, Mano. I'm very good. I hope you're well. The Lee Gunner experience. That could be a thing, you know. That actually could be a thing. That could be a thing. We're setting trends, mate. We always set trends on this channel. Always set trends. Don't forget tomorrow, I will be doing a watch along with Chig. We need that one to trend as well. That would be lovely if we could get it. It would be lovely, darling, if we could get it trending like we did on the last one. So when you guys come in the chat, I see how lazy you lot are, man. You come in the chat, you bowl straight in, yeah? You sit there chatting in the comments and you never like the video. As soon as you come in, if you watch me every day, you should like the video. It's as simple as that. It helps. And we're going to trend again tomorrow. I can feel it in my bones. And yeah, man. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's carry on. Let's keep going. Big up the latest member of the channel, Daniel Carty. Thank you very much, my friend. Much appreciated. Thank you, man. I do need to actually set some member streams up at some point. I've been proper slacking on member streams. Well, I say slacking. I haven't been slacking. I've just been mad busy, man. It's been hard to try and fit them all in. But I did tell you earlier as well, hopefully by tonight or tomorrow, I should have a little Christmas edition of the merch. It's not got LG on it. I'm not telling you what it's got. It's going to be sick when it drops. I'm hopefully going to get the finishing touches on that tonight. If not, then it'll be done for tomorrow. It's Black Friday starts tomorrow, doesn't it? Maybe we could sort you out a little discount code or something, and maybe sort out one for the members as well. So yeah, man, we could get that popping tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna love what I've got set up. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit, and it is gonna be limited edition as well. So there's only gonna be a handful. I say a handful. I'm gonna tell you all tomorrow. I'm telling you way too much. Big up another member of the channel. Thank you very much, my guy, Blagden. Appreciate it, man. Thank you very much, buddy. You guys are coming in thick and fast now, man. We've got quite a few members on the channel now. It's going in the right direction. And let's read some more. Fix up your teeth. Yeah, my missus is in the chat, mate. She's a dentist. I'm not even pissing about. Lee is a rat. Yes, I am the leader of the rats, my friend. My teeth piss people off more than they piss me off. Real talk. Wifey's a dentist, bruv. But thanks for watching, babes. We've obviously found somebody's burner account. Man's found his burner. We found the burner account. You got to have a laugh. It's the Chinese rat year 2020 as well. What a coincidence that the Chinese year of 2020 is the year of the rat. I mean, what are the fucking odds? And that Chinese year runs on the 12th of February, I believe. So that's probably the day this manager will be potted. So there we go. Anyway, let's read some more. Let's read some more. RIP to Maradona, bruv. Real talk. That's a sad bit of news, my friend. Big up LG, my Spanish uncle. Big up to you, mate. Hope you're good. Hope everyone's good. It's not Arteta out. It's not Arteta out. You're going to love it, mate. I'm telling you. It's going to be sick. I've got a nice little couple of things dropping. Hopefully I'll get them done tonight. Is it Thanksgiving tomorrow? Is it actually tomorrow? I thought it was Thursday, Friday, sorry. Is it tomorrow? Americans, where are you? Stand up, Americans. Is it actually Thanksgiving tomorrow? Honestly. That's lit. That is lit. Where's that comment? Big up my darling Joanne. Why are people so obsessed with your teeth? They look fine. My teeth are fine. Do you know why they're obsessed with my teeth? Because they've got a massive gaping gap in the middle of them and an overbite. So they think, oh, I know, I'm going to come in because I've got nothing to say because I can't debate with him and I don't like him and I can't stand how toxic he is. What I'll do is I'll abuse his appearance. And because he's got a gap in his teeth, I'll say he's got shit teeth. I actually don't care about my teeth. And if I did, wifey would fix them at cost price and get me a fucking brand spanking new rack for cheap. So yeah, I love it. Pisses them off. I find it hilarious. I love that they get so triggered by it. You ain't pissing me off. I'm sleeping good, mate. I'm eating good and I'm living good. So you ain't getting to me. Like, honestly, it's mad. It's actually mad how sad these people are. They've obviously got nothing going on in their lives. Like, so they feel like they have to get that little boost. Oh, let me go and watch Lee Gunner and boost his video up by giving him another view for the algorithm. Thanksgiving's always a Thursday. What have you taught me something new today? There you go. Big up the Americans. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Is that how you say it? Or is it Merry Thanksgiving? I don't know. Wifey loves to smile. Exactly. Yes, you will, my friend. You will, Pauline. And do you know what's funny? The bigger this channel gets, the more and more of them come out the woodwork. You wait till I hit 100K. They're going to be mortified because do you know what I find funny? I've had people on Twitter for about 6 years chat absolute shit to me. Yeah, I'm still here. I ain't gone anywhere, have I? Literally, it's 6, 7 years, maybe even more than that. It might be 7.5 years. Literally every single day for 7 years since the Wenger out days, like heat of the Wenger out days. Yeah, it's been a mad one. And I'm still here saying what I'm saying, innit? So you ain't stopped me, have you? I'm still breathing. I'm still alive. I'm still looking fresh. Still looking all right. And what's the point? What do you get out of it? What do you think I'm going to close my account? Like, you know, I'm madman. I swear. There we go. Did your wife do Firmino? She hates Firmino's teeth, bruv. She says it looks like he's wearing someone else's teeth. She don't like them too bright. Like that, they do look a bit stupid, I can't lie. But listen, it makes him happy. It's a good luck to him. If he wants teeth like that, then fair play to him. Yeah, personally, if I was to ever get mine done, they wouldn't be that bright. I'd just get a nice little bridge put on. If I was to ever get it done, I wouldn't be going for the screw-ins or whatever he's got that are ultra pearly white, the porcelains or whatever, man. they are a bit bright. It's like you need the shades on, but I'm like, whoa, Firmino's coming. Thanksgiving is perfect for turkey and soccer. You're a proper American. Soccer. Well, hopefully Arsenal don't fuck it up, mate. It would be funny. Well, it wouldn't really, would it? But nah, hope you all have a wonderful evening. And I know you will, because you're a madman, you are, bruv. No. She didn't do Arteta's teeth. I'm not going to tell you what she's done because it'll probably get her in trouble and it'll probably get the club in trouble. But she has done some footballers' teeth. She has done some footballers' teeth. But I'm not going to say who because that's just not right. Confidentiality and all that. I probably shouldn't have even said that if I'm honest. Anyway, we're going to wrap this stream up before I get sacked. And I'm going. Lee, you waffler. Yeah, come on, man. I've got more waffle than Birdseye, bro. If you don't even know about that. Yeah, I used to sell door to door, bro. I can sell ice to Eskimos, sand to Arabs, bro. Yeah, I can literally, bro. I sit and talk into a Mac for 3.5 hours on a watch along. Come on, bro. You've got to be able to talk if you do YouTube. You've got to have some kind of personality, which is where most of these people go wrong. The ones that cry about me all the time, because what I find, yeah, and I'm going to say this as well. What I find is it's always the people with less followers or subs on YouTube that are the ones that moan. Or maybe get a personality, maybe try something different, try a new tactic or something. Like, you know, just because my channel has grown pretty quickly, I'm not taking that for granted. It could all die off tomorrow. YouTube might fold tomorrow, you know, just live every day as it comes, make the most of it. But when you get these dry lunches just sitting there, man, like talking, they've got no personality, monotone voices, yeah, no enthusiasm in their body, man. And then they get the same old guests on every single day or every single week. And it's like, bro, we don't really want to hear that. Why don't you mix it up? It's boring, bro. It's boring. Real talk. YouTube moves fast, man. Stuff that was happening 2 years ago on YouTube, that fad has died. The next fad comes in. With Arsenal, it's a never-ending, I would say love story, but it's not. It's not a love story. It's a fucking never-ending hate story at the moment. But it's never-ending because I have a set routine with what I do. The press conference reaction, then the preview. Tomorrow I'll do the watch-along. Then I'll do player ratings with Chig. Then I'll be doing the post-match press conference reaction, which will go on at fucking midnight or something. I've got to be up early on Friday, man. Like stupid early. I've got to be in Fengarola for about 9:15. And yeah, I've got a set routine for every single day. And I know what I'm doing for the next 7 days. Half of these people ain't got a clue what they're doing because they don't treat it properly. You know, they just treat it as a, oh yeah, well, I'll go on and I'll just give my thoughts because I feel like I have to because I've got X amount of followers now. No, treat it properly. Treat it properly. And a lot of people don't do that. The ones that do that, not just for Arsenal, but for United, for Tottenham and for other teams, Liverpool and stuff like that, they're the ones that are growing quicker and quicker. They're the ones that have got the same people that watch them every single day. The ones that get the people in the chat first every day. I see every single one of you. The first ones in the chat are the same ones every single day. Every single day. It's people get the ump because they get pissed off that, oh, I don't particularly like him. He screams and shouts and, you know, he swears, he slags the players off. He slags the club off. He makes money off of profiting off losses. He makes money off donations. He makes money off memberships. It's like, mate, if you actually had something about you, yeah, you'd be putting your all into it like I have for the last 2 years and a couple of days, as it is right now. But they don't, and then they want to cry about people that do. They ain't got the bollocks to do it themselves. They can't do it themselves, and then they want to cry, which is kind of sad. Because if I wanted to do something, I see somebody else doing it, and I thought, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I'd do that. Maybe like YouTube. Listen, let's be real. If AFTV was never a thing, no way would I have thought of setting up a YouTube channel. So yeah, big up Robbie and Tal, because if not so much going on there, but if I'd never watched it, then I probably wouldn't be sitting here doing a YouTube channel right now. So yeah, and guess what? I've put everything into it for 2 years. And if people want to moan about it, couldn't care less, because I'm going to put everything into it for the next 2 years. And by then, it'll be on 250,000 subs, not nearly 50K. It'll be 250,000 in 2 years. And people can cry some more then. Anyway, love you all, man. Love you all. Would you manage our club? I'd do it for free, bruv. I'd do it for free. Could you imagine me doing the press conferences live on StreamYard straight to you guys? while they're interviewing me. And I'll be like, yeah, hold up a minute, hold up. Yeah, DVS has just told me I'm a prick. Yeah, Lee Gunner out. Do you know what I'm saying? It'd be mad. It would be funny, man. But yeah, man. Big up Ian Gould. Watched the stream with Claude the other day and a chap called Blind Gooner, top talker. Yeah, they're sound as fuck, bruv. Sound as fuck. So yeah, man. Do you know what? It's people like you, my friend, yeah, that spur me on. Spur me on, proper. How many people could have built it up to nearly 50K in 24 months, 20 million views nearly, with 4 months of that with no football? There you go. I've had nearly 1 million views this month already, and we ain't had a football match for 2 weeks until the weekend. So, yeah, come back to me in 2 years, my friend, because you don't even understand what I've got planned for the next year. And I've got my map set out for the next 12 months now. So I know exactly what shows I'm dropping and when I'm dropping them for the next 12 months. And it depends on what level I get to and how quick I can do it. But I know exactly what I'm doing for the next 12 months. People don't even know what they're doing tomorrow. So yeah, people like you inspire me, mate. I appreciate it. And RIP to Heavy D, RIP to Maradona, RIP to all the haters, big up all the lovers, big up all the real ones. And I'll be back again, probably 10 o'clock. Gonna have a little bit of grub, chill out for a few hours, and I'll be back at 10 o'clock. And thank you to everybody who did watch that stream with Gav as well. He was quality, man, absolute class. So yeah, man, go and check it out if you haven't. It is 2 hours long, so maybe watch it in little fits and spurts and that. But yeah, man, it's cool, man. Bruv, my guy, you know, say the real one. Bruv, people are jealous because they ain't got the get up and go to do it themselves. How many people, real talk, I'm going to leave you with this, yeah? How many people would have quit a job earning 80 grand a year, which is what I was doing, between 65 and 80 grand a year, doing 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week I was earning, knocking on doors for double glazing. How many people would have quit that, yeah, after 6 months of doing YouTube to do YouTube full time? Absolutely none of them. So yeah, when I see people going, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, I can, because I quit a fucking 80 grand a year job. And I do more than 10 hours a week now. Trust me. Some days I do 10 hours a week. So yeah, I'm happy doing what I'm doing, man. Loving it. Apart from the rain today, Spain's beautiful. My life's beautiful. You guys are all beautiful. And you all inspire me. And every day you come into my streams, I think, yo, this is mad. Every day you guys turn up. Whether you like me or not, you still watch me. And there's loads of people watching this right now that can't fucking stand me. They won't ever put a comment in unless they come on their burner account. But they sit there and they cry and bitch and moan, but then they come and watch me. Like, if you don't like it, don't watch me. Like, maybe my channel wouldn't have grown so quick if you didn't watch me. So indirectly, you're kind of helping. So yeah, I do find it funny. I do find it hilarious. But anyway, I'm going to go and cook up some steak and peel some potatoes and cook up some nice fries and that, man, some homemade fries. And I'll be back about 10 o'clock with a preview. Make sure you hammer the like button. Make sure you have, thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. Make sure, if you haven't already, you go to Flick to be in with a chance of a signed and framed VIEIRA shirt. Go to the Flick chat that says VIEIRA giveaway, bottom right, little character floating around, and click on it. It comes up with a load of emotes. Put 2 in the chat. You're qualified. You've got until the end of this month. 1st of December, winner announced. I'll be back at 10. Laters, peeps.